Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and today in this video I'll show you how we can create the dynamic slider. So in my previous video I had shown you how to create this kind of slider. Here you can see this slider, and if I click this button, so you can see it's sliding. Item is changed. Now it's a 2 3 4 5. If I click again, so it is 3 4 5 6. Okay, so this kind of slider I had created in my previous video. And guys, the next video also I will show you how you can add the animation, because when I'm clicking the next button it's sliding but it's not animated, so it's not looking like a slider. So in the next video I will show you how you can add animation, but this is not an important thing. Important thing is dynamic, because guys, we may face this kind of scenario. We need to add multiple slider in the same page, right? So that time just scripting part we will not copy and paste. Scripting part will be the same, just HTML part we will copy and paste, right? So guys, here if I HTML slider part copy and paste here, so now it will be shown the two slider. Okay, so if I refresh, so you can see it's showing two slider. But guys, here if I click the first slider's next button, so you can see it's working perfectly. Okay, but if I click the second slider's next button, so this second slider next button is working for the first slider, so it's not working properly, right? So we may face this kind of thing, like when we need to add multiple slider in the same page. So that time here it's not working. Why it's not working? Because if I open the any of one slider, so that time you can see I have added the id. Okay, so the scripting part I had written based on the id, you can see. So I took the id, and after that I had written the scripting part, right? So when I copied this slider and I paste here, so that time you can see the id is same. And guys, it's a rules, like we cannot add same id in the same page, right? So here you can see slider mean id is the same, and this id I have added the two times. Here you can see the here also, and in the next here also. So I have added two times, so that is wrong. So that's why it's not working. So I have to be write it the different way. Okay, so how we can do that, so that I will show you in this video. So here it's a very important thing guys, and I will suggest to don't skip this video. So first of all guys, what I will do, just I will remove the second slider. Okay, and now here just I will refresh, so you can see the one slider it's showing because I removed the another one. So now if I click, so it's working perfectly. So the main thing is I cannot use here id when I will use multiple slider. So what the first thing, here I will remove the id, this one. Okay, and just save. So now if I refresh and click, so it's not working because I removed the id and my scripting part was based on the id. So if you are getting confused, so you have to watch my previous video, because there I had shown you that scripting part. Okay, so I will provide the link on my first video in description, so please go to the description and check the first video, because otherwise you may confuse. Okay, so now guys, here what I will do, just I will comment this one. Okay, now I will not remove, because for making it easy, and this one I will comment, and this one I will comment also. So now guys, here you can see I have added the two function already, next and preview. So this next and preview function I called the slider button. So this is the preview button, and this is the next button what I was showing the preview, you can see. So now here what I will do, just here I will add the parameter name is this, and this parameter is very important thing. Okay, so if I add this parameter here, so this you cannot write the misspell here, you have to be write this means owner means here. If I add this parameter, so when I will click the next button, so that time owner is the button of this next function, right? Because this on click method I have written inside that button, and this on click method I have written inside that button. So when I will click the next function, so that time I will get this one, because this is the owner. So this just refer to the owner. So here it's clear, I hope. So now here I have passed the two parameter, that is called this. So same thing I have to be passed here and here. So here you can pass any name, but remember here you have to be write this. So here I will pass the name is T. T is for this. Okay. But you can write if you want to change the parameter name. So you can write as per your choice. That totally depend on you. You can write your name also. It will be work fine. So now here what I will do when I will click the next button. So first of all I will show you the next button and then preview button. Okay. So when I will click the next button. So if I console dot log T, that is this. Okay, where I have written this. Okay, so now let's see what I will get in the console. So I will open the console, here refresh, and here I'm clicking this button, next button. So you can see I'm getting the next button because this is the owner of this function. So I'm getting this button. Same thing if I show the for the preview button. So you will find the owner of this, that is preview button. So refresh. So when I'm clicking the next button, so you can see the next, this one I'm getting, and when I'm clicking the preview button, so I'm getting this one. So I hope it's clear. So now the thing is here I'm getting the owner. So here if I write T dot parent element, okay, like this, and now this one if I show inside another variable that is called ELEM. So this is variable now. So that means you can write as per your choice. So now here I have written the inside this ELM variable, that is T dot parent element. So now if I write console dot log and ELM. So next let's see what I will get the output. So refresh. So you can see I'm getting the parent element is this one. Parent means what? So first of all here now just understand properly because that is the main thing. So when I'm clicking the this button, so I'm getting this button using this variable. So this button's parent is this one because you can see this is the parent div, and inside this parent div I have the two buttons, right? So when I have written this dot parent, and this means here that I'm getting inside this T variable, that means T dot parent element. So when I'm writing T dot parent element, so I'm getting the parent, this one button area. You can see I'm getting this one, and inside this parent I have the two button I'm getting. But guys, before what I was doing before, in this slider main variable, there I store that one slider main id, right? So where it was slider main id, it was here, which I already removed. Okay, so if you just go to the previous of this video, so you will find here it was written id and the id name was slider main, which I already removed because I told now I will not work with id, right? So here it was. So now I need this element. So this element where it is, so you can see this button's parent element, this one, and after that if I write again parent element, so I will get this slider wrap, because here you can see inside this slider wrap I have this one. Okay, so now here I will write again dot parent element. So let's see what I will get. So if I write, so you can say I'm getting slider wrap. So inside this slider wrap, now I can find this slider main. So slider main, it's a children of the slider wrap. So now here I will write dot children. Okay, so children, here I will write 0, because inside this children I can use many of slider main, right? I can copy this one and I can use many of slider main element. So that means here it may be the many children, but I need the first one. So first one means the 0 position. So that's why I have written children 0. So now if I save and refresh, and then if I click, so you can see I'm getting only slider main, and inside this slider main I have some items. Items means these are the items. You can see here the items. So inside these items you can put your images also, I already said. So that is item, you can see here. So now the main thing I can get, that is slider main. And now guys, here. So this one I'm getting using like this. So this thing before I had written using id, but now I'm getting like this way. Okay, so now here you can see after that this one, just see this one. So here what I did, so here after getting the slider main, so I had written slider main dot get element by class name dot item, because I need the item, because I have to be work with item, right? So here you are getting confused, and if you don't know what I'm saying this one, so you have to watch my previous video. So now guys, here I will write that is var and item, okay, equals to. So inside, now before I was getting this slider main variable, now I store in a different variable that is called elm. So here I will write same elm dot, you can see what I had written, get element by class name then item. So same thing I will write here, get element by class name. Okay, just I will not write, I will just copy from here and paste, and same thing item, this one. So now if I write console dot log and item, so let's see what I will get. I will get item or something different or error. So let's see. So now if I refresh, you can see here I have the 6 items. So you can see it's a 6 and item I'm getting like this array. You can see I'm getting the all the item I'm getting here. So now the main thing is done. So now after that, here you can see I had added the append like this way. So now what I will do, so before I was appending in this variable, because here I store this slider main. So now I will append the in this variable. So here just simply I will change elm, I mean this variable, and I will remove this command and remove the console also. So save and refresh. So now if I click, so you can see it's sliding properly. Okay, but guys, the main thing, after working on the preview button, and then I will add the another slider, and then I will see it's working for multiple slider or not. You can see here it's working perfectly. So same thing I have to be right for the preview button. So just here instead of var, I will change the variable name that is called let. Okay, but you can keep the var also, it's not main thing. And the same thing, just I will copy from here and remove the console, instead of I will paste this one. And here you can see slider main dot prepend, but now this one, and here I don't need to change anything. So now I will remove these two things. Now you can see it's a very simple code, but this code, if you are thinking it's not an important thing, but guys, this code you can use your Angular project, you can use your React project anywhere, because here you can see I am not using any jQuery or anything. Here is the raw JavaScript code, so that means you can use the same code in your Angular or any kind of project. Because guys, if you work on the different projects, so sometimes clients requirement may be like you cannot use any library, right? So that time this will be helpful for you. So now let's see it's working for the preview button or not. So you can see it's sliding 3 4 5 6. If I click again, you can see it's 4 5 6, and then it's looping. And now if I click the preview button, so you can see it's sliding. But guys, the main thing, if you are thinking it's sliding but it's not working like proper slider, because it's sliding but it's not animated, right? So in the next video I will just show you how you can do that. But now the main thing is I will add the another slider. So just I will copy from here and just here I will paste. So now you can add many of slider in the same page, it will be workable. So now save, and just here if I refresh, so you can see it's added the two slider. And now if I click the first slider's next button, so you can see it's working for the first slider, you can see here. And if I click the next slide, second slider's next button, so you can see it's working for the second slider only, right? And same for the preview button. So now you can add how many slider if you want, so you can add in the same page or in the another page also. So now it's a dynamic thing, and it's a very important thing, because guys, this code you can use your React project, you can use your Angular, Vue.js, any kind of project you can use that, because here I have written the simple JavaScript code, and you can see it's a very simple code here, just only 3-4 lines code here I have written. So hope guys this video is helpful to you, and if you find this video is helpful, so please guys like this video, and if you want to get more this kind of video, so please subscribe my channel also.